I'm turning down a new shaft for the free energy machine. This was an old one. It was too short. I wanted one with a longer stem on it, so I'm making a new one. Okay, now I'm going to take it to my bandsaw, cut it off, and then I got to turn this down a little bit. So we'll be back. This size and this size over here are the same. The middle is like 100 thousandths larger. This is my old South Bend lathe. It works pretty good. It's got pretty good tolerance and everything. So I'm gonna face this off, and I'm gonna drill and tap to 1/4 20. I'm probably gonna drill in 1.25 inches. That way I can bury my tap and have good threads all the way through. I'm gonna put the tap in the chuck. That way I know it's started square. And then I'll just crank it over by hand a little bit until it gets started. And then I'll just back it out. And then I'll finish tapping the hole because I know it's started straight. So I'll just finish that up. I'm gonna lock my lathe in where I can tap without my chuck spinning. And you want to go back and forth sometime to clean the threads for don't start sticking and snap your bit off. So I always go back and forth to clear the chips out of the cutting groove. Nice clean threads, looks good. Now I'm gonna do the same thing to the other end. See how chewed up it is from the bandsaw? I'm gonna face that, and then I'm gonna center drill it, and then I'm gonna thread this end 1/4 22. I got that nice and flat and smooth. I'm gonna put a chamfer on it. Take the sharp edge off it. And I don't want to go too deep with my chamfer. I just want to kind of like deburr it. And then whatever you slip on the end, it'll kind of be like a guide for it. All right, I'm gonna put my center drill back in it, and then I'm gonna drill this end. A center drill is made to drill without it walking. Because if you had a regular drill, it would kind of wobble around, but these are designed to stay in center and not wobble. And then I'll keep on drilling until I get a chamfer. So when I drill it, and my tap will go in easy too. And this side I'll do the same. I'll go at like 1.25 inches. That way I can bottom my tap out and I don't have to worry about my bolts being too short. I don't know if you can see it, but I got numbers on my quill. My tailstock, so I know how deep I'm going. All right, that's deep enough. I'm gonna back my tailstock out of the way, and I'm gonna put my tap back into the chuck here, and then we'll hand feed it till it's started. I don't have my my tailstock locked down because I want it to kind of float in there. As I turn it by hand, it'll start tapping and pull the tap in. See, as it's cutting threads, it's pulling my tailstock in. And that way I know everything's nice and square. Now I'm just gonna back it out. Okay, I'm gonna lock the chuck in. That way it won't spin. It's rock solid. That way I can finish tapping it and not worry about the workpiece spinning. I'm so used to tapping, I know when to back it up and go forward. I can feel the chips loading up in the tap, so I'm just kind of used to it. You got to let the tap do the cutting. Don't ever try to force it, or you'll snap the tap off, and then you'll play super good trying to get it back out. And here's the piece. It's the bevel gears hook on here, and then this is a spacing between the sun gear, and then the Planeteers will go around them, and then this is the size of the bearings. So come out real nice. And if you had this machined, you'd have to draw up blueprints and everything like that. and it would cost an arm and a leg to have somebody make this stuff for you. So, very good. I'm going to put a little chamfer on this side, this outer one, because it's a little sharp. This one got a pretty good chamfer. I want to put a chamfer on this side because it's kind of sharp and I don't want to cut myself or nothing. So I'm going to lock it back in. Welcome back. I machined this retainer to hold this gear, ring gear, and I'm going to mount that on there like that, and then this will mount inside there, and I'll have a set screw keeping this from spinning. And then this ring goes inside this holder, and make sure it's all the way down in there flush. And then I'll put a set screw in there and keep this center ring from spinning. All right, now that secures that ring. Not going nowhere. It's flush. It's square. So, and then I made this other brand new shaft to install on this energy machine, and because I wanted it long, for I could put some other attachments on the end of this. More seasoning for the sauce. So it come out nice, and it ain't no plastic printing machine or 3D printing machine. This is old-fashioned, real machinish work, and I enjoy it.